I don't even know what to say right now on this video, quite honestly. I usually have all the words in the world to say at any moment, but right now I'm just pretty stunned and hurt. You know, I mean, Tom Brady's literally the reason I love football. And this isn't my typical video, okay? I always just upload Madden, but I just need to talk for a little bit about Tom Brady. I wouldn't have this channel if it wasn't for him. I wouldn't love football if it wasn't for him. He was literally the second football card I ever got. The first one was a Brett Favre rookie card that my dad and my grandpa gave to me. And then the second one that I actually chose myself was like a little, God, I wish I had it with me. It was like a little gold-plated Tom Brady like remake of his rookie card. I got it when I was like 11 maybe. So, God, I've had that thing for a while now. I've had that for over 10 years now. So, I just don't even know what to say. He's literally my favorite football player of all time. Just my idol, pretty much. So, this is just my Tom Brady retirement video. I'm sure people want to see my reaction from this because I'm a diehard Tom Brady stan. I love the dude ever since I was a little kid. So, this is just painful, man. He literally, him leaving the Patriots obviously hurt a ton, but I would much rather watch him play than not watch him at all. And having him retire after literally having one of the best statistical seasons of all time, he was 200 yards away from breaking the all-time passing yards record, like in a season. He had, 46 total touchdowns this year. He almost brought them back to a 27-3 comeback. He literally just had one of the best seasons he's ever had, and he's retiring. I just can't even believe it. I don't even know. And I know I'm going to be making a video a couple weeks from now on Gronk retiring because Gronk said he doesn't want to play with any other quarterback. So it's like, I'm going to be in double pain. Gronk retiring at once, just by himself, was painful enough. Then he unretires after Brady goes to the Bucs. And then he goes to the Bucs too, which was even more painful, but at least I got to watch my two favorite players, literally of all time, play. I obviously didn't get to watch all of Tom Brady's career because I was too young for a lot of it, but I've gotten to watch all of Gronk's career. Like, we got to go see them in Seattle, Russell Wilson's rookie season, and you know, it was just incredible. It was an incredible game. Russell Wilson had just taken the starting job from Matt Flynn. He led a comeback. You know, we got to see Tom Brady throw a touchdown to Aaron Hernandez. Mind-blowing. Wes Welker. I think he had like 250 yards in the first half. They were just destroying Seattle, and then Seattle and a rookie Russell Wilson just comes out of nowhere and wins the game. I even think that was Richard Sherman's second season, if I remember correctly. And he had a pick in that game, too. It was right before, you know, the whole Mad Bro thing. He memed Tom Brady and all that. I just don't even know what to say. Like, I've got all this Tom Brady gear. I have so much more at my parents' house, obviously. But, I mean, I just got this hoodie right after they won the Super Bowl, of course, because Tom Brady's my favorite player. You can call me bandwagon if you want, but, like, if you have a favorite player and he goes to another team, I don't see that there's anything wrong with rooting for him. You know, if he's the reason you love football. I'm going to get trolled on this video, and I'm perfectly okay with that because I'm allowed to be sad. But at the same time, Tom Brady won 6 freaking Super Bowls with the Patriots. He did so much. He's literally the greatest football player of all time, and now he's literally gone. He's been playing football the entire time I've been into the sport. It's just unbelievable. I literally was a little tiny little kid when I first knew who Tom Brady was. And he's been playing pretty much my whole life nearly. It's just unbelievable. I just don't even know what to say right now. I am very sad that he's retiring. I really am. But I just want to show you guys a couple things, you know. Obviously, got the Stitch Tom Brady Bucs jersey. I wore it literally every Bucs game. I also have a Gronk one somewhere around here. I got this Tom Brady jersey that I got a couple years ago from my family. I mean, what else do I have in here, man? You know? I got this beauty. I got it his final season in New England. One of my all-time favorite jerseys. I mean, I've spent so much money on just and time just watching Tom Brady play, and I'm not mad. Like I clearly love the guy. Like he's my favorite athlete of all time, and once again, the whole reason I love football. I'm just sad that these are all just gonna be relics now. You know, like obviously I knew the time would come they'd be retiring, maybe after the season, or the season after that, or like once he hits 45, like he talked about, or even 50, like he said could happen. I mean. This was the first Tom Brady Nike jersey. This was literally when they first had Nike jerseys come out. I got it. I believe my parents got it for me. We went to the mall, and I was with my best friend's family, and my parents gave me the money for it, so I bought this. It's literally never been washed, which, yes, is disgusting because it's 10 years old. But, hey, that's the way it goes, And then this right here is an original Reebok Tom Brady jersey. Obviously, it was Reebok before Nike, so had to have that as well. I've had both of those for so long now. It's just insane, but I'm just so torn because I don't want to stop watching him play, and watching highlights just isn't the same. And there's going to be people from now on who just won't remember Tom Brady properly. He literally brought that team so much. Literally brought them so much. Like the Cam Newton team in 2020, right? Obviously, they had a couple good games here and there, but they missed the playoffs. If Tom Brady's on that team, I wouldn't have been shocked if they had at least gone to the AFC Championship game, right? Like, he just had that much willpower to will the teams to victory. So I'm so sad that he's retiring, but I'm just so blessed to see that he even played, or that I even got to watch him. Like, there's obviously a lot of Tom Brady haters. I feel like there's less now because he went to the Bucs and he's able to show off his personality and everything. I feel like people hate the Patriots and Bill Belichick more than anything. I don't even like Bill Belichick, if I'm being honest, because Tom Brady's the reason I love the Pats, and Bill Belichick, I feel like, threw him under the bus a number of times, namely with the whole Deflategate thing, which is just another thing entirely that is just stupid and was blown way out of proportion in my opinion. But that's a different discussion. I'm just so sad that he's retiring. I'm just like rambling because that's just how I am when I'm sad. I just ramble and I don't know what I'm saying for the most part. But I'm so sad. So I just wanted to say a few things on here about Tom Brady. He's literally the reason I love sports, at least the reason I love football, and got so into it and played it and, all that stuff. The reason I have this channel, because if I hadn't have gotten into football, I obviously would not have, created a football channel, of course, or gotten into Madden or anything like that. It's just so insane to see these retiring, man. Like, I don't even know what to say. Been watching for so long. So the NFL without him is going to be extremely weird. Extremely weird. I wonder if this is how Bulls fans felt when Michael Jordan retired. Because, obviously he retired the first time. But then he came back, won a couple more championships, went to the Wizards, and then he retired. So it's kind of similar, except for MJ and the Wizards was nowhere near the greatness that Tom Brady had in the Bucs. His first year on the Bucs, he goes to the Super Bowl. Next year, he almost leads a comeback against one of the best teams in the league, in the Rams. But the Rams defense just can't hold up, and they allow a Cooper Kupp to play, 60-yard drive, whatever it was. He had that 40-yarder over Antoine Winfield Jr. for the final play of the season, and they kick the field goal, and it's over. I'm sad that I didn't watch every single Bucs game this season now. I obviously watched most of them because, once again, Tom Brady's my favorite player. I had to watch them. But, there was times where the Pats were playing, so I'd watch them instead. Or I'd flip between them, so I watched the whole game. It's just painful, man. I just don't even know what to say. One like equals one prayer for my sadness, you know what? I appreciate Tom Brady. I do. He's my favorite player of all time. I'm going to miss him so much. And if we don't get a career tribute Tom Brady card in Madden Ultimate Team, and most importantly, if he's not literally inducted into the Hall of Fame tomorrow, it is a sham. The Hall of Fame is a sham. He's the greatest football player of all time, one of the greatest sports icons of all time. I'm not going to say athletes because I know it's going to piss a lot of people off because, you know, the dude runs a 7-8 100-yard dash. No, that is wrong. 7-8 10-yard dash is what I mean to say. That's the joke I was going for. I'm just sad, guys. You know, I've seen so many incredible games. The 28-3 comeback. I mean, my parents came up to where I lived a couple hours away, and they watched the game with me. They came and watched the Super Bowl with me, and they were obviously down 28-3, and I was so pissed that I almost just shut it off. But my dad told me, and I'll never forget this, it's Tom Brady, just watch. Just watch the game and see what happens. And so, in all my anger, I sat back down on the couch, and we watched literally the greatest comeback in NFL history. I just can't even fathom it. So, shout out to my dad for convincing me to watch the rest of the game. The Italian knows all. What can I say? Just incredible, man. Just incredible. And halfway through that game, I made a bet with my friends, pretty much, that if they came back and won, I'd run through the snow with no clothes on. I'd go streak. And they won. So I did it, and they took all my clothes, and they ran back, and I had to go chase after them to get all my clothes. Such a funny night, but such an incredible day, man. Watching the comeback against the Seahawks, if I remember correctly, they're down 24-14. It's obviously been 7 years now, or 8 years now, I guess, since that happened. So hard to remember exactly. But the Malcolm Butler pick, I literally ran into the street screaming. It was just the greatest thing ever because they hadn't won a Super Bowl in 10 years. Everyone at that point was saying, is Tom Brady really the GOAT? You know, he was being compared to Montana at that point. And now, he's won 3 more Super Bowls since then. It's just unbelievable. And he almost beat the Eagles. He had the best Super Bowl performance of all time. But, you know, one strip sack just ruined all of it. And it's like the Patriots defense, they had benched Malcolm Butler. He didn't play at all, if I remember correctly. Not a single snap, unless he plays some special teams, which I can't even remember. But he didn't play on defense at all. He got sat. And Bill Belichick took an L there because Tom Brady literally willed them to victory almost, and they couldn't stop a backup QB. No disrespect to Nick Foles, of course, but I mean the reason they got to the playoffs was because Carson Wentz was playing at an MVP level that season before he tore his ACL, I think it was. So many incredible games, so many incredible memories. I was just talking with one of my best friends the other day, saying we should go watch a game of theirs this season if you know, he keeps playing, and now that's just not happening, which really sucks. So, I'm sad, but Tom Brady, the greatest football player of all time, I'm sad, but there he is, you know, my favorite football player ever, and I'm just sad, man. But I'm happy I got to watch him. I'm happy I got to watch him, and anybody who is a football fan should be happy they got to watch him because they're never going to see anything like this again. Patrick Mahomes, you know, he could win a lot of Super Bowls, but 7 seems near impossible with Josh Allen and Joe Burrow and all of them in the NFL. It's incredible. It's truly incredible what we all got to watch. So I hope people appreciate it. And I know I sure as hell do because he's the best football player of all time. We're never going to see anything like this, truly. Truly. It's incredible what he did. To go from the biggest underdog in sports history to now the greatest football player of all time, it's literally a movie. It's like, if there's not a movie made about it, I don't know what the hell needs to happen. Because that is a movie in itself that he did all that. 6th round pick, number 199, to the greatest football player of all time. It's insane. I'm so sad. But you know what? I love football because of Tom Brady. And you know what? That's all that matters. I appreciate him. I love him, and I'm sure I'm going to be making another one of these in a couple weeks when my second favorite player of all time retires, but that's the way it goes. My childhood is ending. I'm in pain. I love you guys. For anybody that watched this, even if you're trolling me, I love you, and I appreciate that Tom Brady played football. You know, I appreciate it. I truly, truly appreciate it, and yeah. I'll be rooting for the Bengals tomorrow in the AFC Championship game because Joe Burrow, I guess that's my new favorite quarterback currently in the league. Yeah. I love you guys. I'll see you tomorrow. Peace.